You sing.
I'm pretty natural around the camera. So.
You are. I'm not.
No,
Can you
you're
tell?
natural. When you heard yourself talk for the first time on camera, how did you feel?
I was like, ah! Get
I
me out
hated
of
it.
here.
I hated it. Hey guys, my name is John. I will be hosting the show. Not really. Melinda will be asking me questions, but she can't stop laughing right now, so I'm kicking off the video.
Hey everyone, I'm really excited today to introduce my friend John Bang. I met him out in Portland, Oregon. I was visiting the Adsideo Church, which John is a part of, and I was there for about 5 weeks. And maybe you want to say a little bit,
Were you
just
there
shortly.
for 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was that long.
It was only
See,
like
it was
3
going to be a
weeks.
month, and
Yeah.
then I extended it
Right.
1 more week.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but do you want to say a little bit about what Adsideo is, like the 30-second version?
Sure. 30-second version. We are a church community in Portland, Oregon, similar to the Bruderhof, but kind of different. But just trying to pursue Jesus, learn to love one another, and be God's family.
Okay, well, part of the reason why I wanted to get John here today and do a video together with you is that John has watched a bunch of my videos, and also he used to make YouTube videos himself. Some of them were pretty successful, right?
A very long time ago, not that successful, and they're
pretty funny.
totally useless, so don't go looking for them.
And I wanted to see if you have any advice or criticism for my videos.
Well, you know, I mean, there's a lot you could do. Your videos are okay. I think when it comes to introducing the Bruderhof and talking about the Bruderhof, the videos I found helpful are the ones that kind of help the viewers get a sense of who the Bruderhof is. Maybe kind of shedding some of the stereotypes or misconceptions that people might have. Like that video you did a few weeks ago interviewing, I think it was Cody, and you know, a visitor talking about the Bruderhof. That was really helpful. So in terms of introducing the Bruderhof, one video that I would love to see is the Bruderhof has, 3,000 members, close to 3,000 members. And the phenomenal thing is that every member has a story. They have a reason. They have a conviction for why they're here.
Yeah.
Not just, oh, I grew up in the Bruderhof, so I just decided to join because it's awesome here. But no, everybody had to get to a place of making a personal decision to give their life to Jesus. And for them, that meant becoming part of this particular expression of the church. And so I think when you introduce different characters, it helps the viewers understand that, like everybody at the Bruderhof, they may look similar, but they're all very different. And they may look like they are here because they prefer this lifestyle, but actually they're here because they're convicted to live their life for Jesus. It's not a community for the sake of community.
Right.
It's not a group of people who are part of these businesses for the sake of being a business. But really, the center of it all is Jesus.
Yeah.
And so, how do you communicate that? The way you communicate that is by sharing our witness.
And showing the individuals who feel convinced that this is Jesus' calling on their life, and that's why they're living this out.
Right.
Okay.
And and that's going to be really important, especially for people watching this and wondering, okay, why are these people together? Is it because they just kind of
like what threw this odd combination of people together? Yeah.
Right. And so.
And I remember we had like discussions on that while I was at Adsideo, that like one of the coolest parts of our witness as the church is the fact that God brings together such different people, such unlikely partners, as you guys were always referring to it. And like when people see us partnering in that way, they're like, there's got to be something more than just like what is making these people hang out together?
Right.
They're obviously so different, and how do they get along, and how do they overcome the fact that culturally or racially or whatever it is, they're so different.
Right.
So
yeah. I mean, it's like,
to find a way to represent that in my videos, that's a really good idea.
People here aren't here because it's easy,
right?
Because life is easy,
right?
Or because
if you come for a long enough visit, you find out that's
right.
that couldn't be the case.
But it's difficult. It's difficult when you live with so many people. It's difficult.
And you know that from practice.
Right. When you have different personalities, it's difficult having to share your stuff or not having any stuff.
Yeah.
But the motivation behind that is Christ.
Yeah.
And it's important for us to communicate that to people we know. And it's important for us to not be afraid or ashamed of communicating that. Everything we do it for Christ. That's how the apostles operated, the disciples.
Yeah, for sure.
They were
not timid about it at all.
Unabashed.
Yeah. I should use that line when I go to people and I'm like, can I do a video with you? So as someone who has been watching our social media for a while, and my video, our other videos on our channel, how did that compare now that you've been visiting the Bruderhof for a week?
Well, I guess over the years, I've had the privilege of spending a lot of time with people from the Bruderhof. I mean, at least 10 different people. So everything that I saw online or read online, all of that really supplemented the experience I had with your people.
For sure.
So I think when I got here, it just amplified the experience I already had with everybody.
Right.
And also we from our church have had people come out here too. Right. So
we didn't mention that, did we?
No. But now we did just now.
Now we did, just now.
We're good.
Yeah, the Bruderhof in Adsideo has been in contact for about, what is it, 2.5, 3 years now? So
about
visits
3
back
years.
and forth.
Yep.
So.
It will be 3 years very, very soon. Ultimately, all of this is for Jesus. And so being together, taking care of people, doing things that don't financially make sense, but are ultimately good for the community is what Jesus asks of us.
So a lot of people looking at our two communities might see the outward differences, but I think a lot of our goals are actually very closely aligned. And like, how do you see that? Like, what are your goals that are similar?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think we are similar in the essentials, and we are different in the superficials. And the essential things are things like pursuing Christ, trying to be God's family, reconciling with one another, offering peace. I mean, all of those things are the things that I think unite us. And those are the kind of common grounds that we have to grab a hold of. It's important for different churches, different organizations, communities to, I think, support one another and partner, because that helps different communities to not just get stuck in their own ways, for them to see things differently and be challenged and continue to grow. And so if we're all working for the kingdom, then we have to learn to do that together as well. And so, we may be all the way out in Portland and you guys are here, but just continuing to communicate and build this relationship is going to help us, I think, work for the kingdom.
The kingdom together.
Yeah. Even better.
Do you say bye?
I don't know. Do you usually say bye in your videos?
I sometimes do. I'm sometimes like, that's really awkward. Throw it out.
Yeah. This is for your own sake. It's Oregon.
Oregon.
Okay. People will make fun of you if you say Oregon. Okay.